Well, Bakhram has been ordered by the IBF to fight for a vacant title. The title that has been vacated by Charlo. They want Bakhram to face against Culcay. They said that those two are the number 1 and number 2 ranked guys. As I said a couple of months ago, well, I said a month ago, they said they're preparing to make this a mandatory fight. I thought because in other reports they were saying that Culcay may face someone and the title was just going to be handed over to Bakhram, but I don't know if he's going to be considered the champion at this point. But I know they said the fight is going to be for the belt. I don't know when they're going to make any bid for first bids, or they're going to do anything as far as making the fight happen and setting a date. But that's basically what's been going on. Obviously, like I told people earlier, I know people were reporting that Bakhram will face Tszyu. Tszyu is not an option for him right now. He's already offered him an opportunity for a belt. I guess he didn't want the belt that Tszyu has. He wanted to, stay around for the IBF belt. So right now, I guess Tszyu, if he wants to be undisputed, he's going to basically wait around and try to position himself to have a fight down the line once he's done everything that he needs to do as far as with these other sanctioning bodies he's ranked high in. So I don't know. I feel like Bakhram, Culcay, he's a good fighter. I've seen him fight plenty of times. He's basically done everything he needs to do these last few fights. So he's positioned himself well to be considered for a title fight. He's been fighting a long time to get back in position for a title fight. So it all makes sense, absolutely. But I don't know if Bakhram is going to ever consider Tszyu though, as far as with the belt. I don't know if he will be in a position where he'll drop him or try to move up. I mean, either way, that's what Tszyu is going to do. So eventually, guys are going to have to face him if they want to be in a position they want to have a big fight or a title fight. Because in a minute, he's going to be the big fight. But I think it just makes the 154 division even more interesting, because there wasn't much going on as far as with the Charlo situation and everything like that. It just makes it even more cut as far as who's left to be considered for the belts. Because if Bakhram's going to hold on to the belts, he's going to have to fight Tszyu eventually. Especially because they're going to probably want to do undisputed down the line. So that's definitely going to be something that's considered. But I don't think Bakhram prepared to fight someone like Tszyu at this time right now, though. Just from the way he's put himself in position to get the title and step aside. He hasn't been that active, so I wouldn't take it too serious from what I've seen. That's why I haven't said much about the situation lately. I already knew he's going to fight Culcay. It's probably going to be around February, if I had to guess. Sometime like that. Probably a fight around that time. January probably be too early. Probably around February. Possibly could be January, but it'll probably be late January. But February probably make more sense. Definitely make more sense. I think it's going to be, but 2024 is going to be a lot more better for guys like Tszyu. I think he put himself in a position now where He's basically the head of the division. Everybody has a boogeyman division after a while. Well, actually, he's gonna be a boogeyman in 2 divisions because he's like very close to going to 160. And you already got guys at 160 that don't want to fight each other. So when he gets in the picture, it's not gonna help create more fights because a lot of these guys don't want to fight already anyways. But I think Tszyu is gonna go ahead and have that Lubin fight. I think that'll be the best thing for him right now. That'll be an excellent fight, man. Those 2 guys that's boxer punchers, you know what I'm saying, have good style. There's been a lot of great fights going on this year. A lot of them. I think even the Bakhram and Jack Culcay would be a good fight. I know a lot of people want to see a lot more bigger fights from them as far as including Tszyu, but it'll be a better build-up, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Most of Tszyu's big fights haven't been really built up over time. It's been, I know the one with Charlo, but it hasn't happened, so can't really consider that one. But most of these guys, they're trying to do the same formula. That's why I said Bakhram, he's not really prepared to take a challenge with Tszyu. He'll probably have to get back in the rhythm 2 or 3 more fights, get himself back together then. But I don't know if Tszyu will basically chase Undisputed. If he doesn't, he'll probably just move up, do different things like that, instead of trying to wait around. A lot of guys don't like to wait around divisions a whole lot of times. That's basically not the way to go. If you do that, man, it's not gonna be good sometimes. But I feel like he's putting himself in a position where he's already a champion, so he doesn't have to run around chasing anybody. But Bakhram, he still has to fight for a belt, and it's gonna be a tough fight for him. I don't know. Jack Culcay, he can come out of there a champion, and then we can be talking about Culcay and Tszyu. Now that's a possibility. Who would ever thought? Now Bakhram might not even be an option. He got to fight to keep his belt now. I feel like Culcay gonna give him a hard fight too. That's gonna be a close fight. It's gonna be a 12-round fight, so it might go 12 rounds. It'd be a good chance to go 12 rounds. Well, actually, if I had to guess right now, I would bet more on the 12-round side. Cause those ain't no guys who just get knocked out like that. Definitely. But Tszyu, he definitely got the whole division shook. Nobody's calling each other out. You know, usually you call the champion out and stuff like that. They're not calling any champions out at all. Every guy who's a champion, they're not even calling them out. You know how pathetic that is? This guy's like, I'm a champion. They're not even calling them out. But sooner or later in that ranking, Puerto Rico's on Xander Zayas up top rank. At 154 in the IBF, he will be challenging for the belt in the next 2 to 4 fights. You know what I'm saying? He possibly will be a contender for the belt as he moves up the rankings. So these guys, as far as Bakhram and these other guys, by that time, I see Tszyu possibly being out of the division up to 160. His brother Nikita Tszyu will be reigning at 154, but I don't see a lot of these guys really hanging around for the long haul. They're probably just going to do certain things certain fights, but I don't feel like the 154 division is gonna clash as soon as we think it will, or expected it to. You know, really it was only 1 or 2 fights away from being sealed up again, but it seems like none of the guys see anybody right now who's a champion as an option, which is strange. Mostly all champions get called out, but in this case, Tszyu's not really a top option right now for certain people. But I didn't expect Bakhram to. But the IBF, they could have did certain things, but they're saying they're going by their rankings and things like that. I guess certain sectional bodies go by rankings in certain ways, and other ones they don't. You know, certain other guys have mandates for different things and franchise belts. So it all depends. You know, every sanctioning body is different. They're not all the same. But I feel like Tszyu will have a lot of options after he seals up a couple of more big fights. Because with him possibly fighting Erickson Lubin, that'll be a huge fight for him, for his resume. He's stacking them up on his resume, man. There's a lot of top 10 guys on his resume. So for people to try to be waiting around and trying to see how long he'll last, and if he'll run into some trouble, it's not gonna happen. There's a lot of challenges he's already ran through, and next year, I'm hoping he fights at least like 3 times next year. He's gonna fight later on in the year in March, but I'm hoping he fights at least 3 times though. But division is hard to find opponents right now who wants to fight him, or guys who's even good enough. A lot of guys don't want to get in the ring with him right now, especially promoters. They're not trying to advise certain guys to get in the ring with him too. But sooner or later we're gonna find out what's the case with certain things as far as with Bakhram, but I know sooner or later him and Jack Culcay, they're definitely gonna fight each other for the belt. Spend too much waiting around and different things. But that's all I got though. Like and subscribe.